Hello, hello. Welcome to this episode of the Rogers Radio Podcast. I am your host, Alyssa Rogers, and I am excited to sit down with you today and talk to you about what's been going on. I was just telling Kenny before we started this video or the podcast that I feel like I haven't done this in a long time. We pre-recorded some stuff, and I was on here last week thanking you for all of your support over the last year. And I truly do appreciate everything that you all have done in this community that we have built over the last year. And so I'm going to start off this second year. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying that. This second year of podcasting, giving you a rundown of July and kind of what's been going on in the Rogers heating and cooling world and what's been going on personally, because I was sitting down writing notes of what I wanted to talk about today, and I realized that I haven't given any updates about stuff that's been going on. So I'm going to do that today, and we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to spill all the tea of what's going on. So I don't think I ever announced that we were officially in the apartment upstairs. I think we've been in there. So we were out of a home. I told everyone we were homeless beginning March 30th. And we did not move into the apartment until about a month ago. So we've still been working on getting everything in the apartment and getting it all set up for, living. And we are loving it. It is so awesome. It has been a great transition. Riley loves it. We are, walking to a lot of places. I even got to walk her to school one day, which was super cool. And we walk around town. And this downtown living has been really awesome. And I was worried at first, like you run through all these things like, oh my gosh, we're moving into the office. What is this going to be like? What can we expect? What is life like? You don't have any separation. And it's very odd that when work is over, I go upstairs and it's very separate and it's like I'm home. And then we, do all of our home life things, cooking dinner and relaxing and all of that. And so it's been really great, and I feel like I didn't update you all on that. So there's that update. And then Riley has been super busy, which is so cool that we're living here now, because she is very involved in theater. She has gone to the Prizery for all of their summer camps. She is in the Little Mermaid at the Prizery. She had her first opening shows over the weekend and absolutely loves it so much. And I'm so proud of her because it takes true dedication. This is the first time that she's actually been in something like this. She loves tennis, so she plays tennis and she goes to practice once a week, and she takes dance and goes to dance once a week. But theater is, a totally different ball game. You're talking about preparing for a show, and she goes to the Prizery at 6 o'clock and is not getting out until 9:30. And that's a lot because she goes to school all day and then goes straight to the theater and practices. And I'm just super proud of her for managing that all and handling it so well. And it had me thinking about kind of what I wanted to really dive into today, because we just moved into the apartment a month ago and we're getting settled in there, and we went 3 months with living at Berry Hill for a while. We lived with my parents for a while, and how much change that caused, and now we're up there. And then, Riley having to go from school to practices and being super busy there. The word of the year is adaptable. And I did not know that until I sat down and really thought about this. And we have had to be so adaptable this year that it is wild. And I have many people ask me in the community, like, how do you do it all? Or how do you manage it all? And it just looks like you're doing so much. And do you ever sleep? And Yes, I do. I do sleep, and I manage it all because I have an amazing team of people here at Rogers that help with so much. I don't have to do it all. There are people here that do so much, and I'm so thankful for that. But I have to be adaptable because genuinely, I have no idea what I'm walking into every day. Not a clue. I can walk downstairs from home and think that I have the entire day planned, and it all goes to shit. It all goes to shit within the first 10 minutes because there are so many things happening and so many moving pieces. And we're in the summer. So being in the HVAC business, you know that it's very hot outside. And that means that a lot of customers need us. And we are going to be there for them. And we will make everything happen that we can to make sure we get to people in a very quick manner. And that takes a lot of pivoting, a lot of adapting through the day. And then we have a whole team of people that have a lot going on in their lives, and they have to take care of things and make things happen. And so it means also in the summer, there are lots of vacations. And so we want to be okay with, allowing people to take their vacations and spend time with their family. But then we also have a very high demand customer base, and we want to be there for them in the summer. So it's always a balancing act in the summer. And it's definitely been a whirlwind of a summer so far. And the only word that comes to mind is adaptable. And it makes me wonder for you, how adaptable are you, and how easy is it for you to pivot? Because I have not always been like this. And I tell Joey all the time, I didn't grow up in an entrepreneur family. I wasn't, ever thinking that I would run a business or be a business owner. That was not ever in my plans. I wanted to climb the corporate ladder, and I just never saw myself in this seat. And so sometimes it's hard for me because I am the type of person that I like a schedule, I like a routine, I like a to-do list, and I like going by that every day. And I have had to change all of my ways, I feel like more so this year than any year of my life, because we have grown so rapidly and we have implemented so many things and we have so many people that depend on us. I have to be okay with things changing at all times. And I really encourage you to sit down and think about this a little bit, because I've had to kind of look at myself in the mirror lately. There were many times that I had breakdowns during the no living situation. There are many times where I look at the schedule and making sure Riley has everything she needs and gets to everywhere she needs to be. And I'm like, how are we going to make this all happen? And I have many moments in business where I have talked about before, there are multiple gut punches and sucker punches coming my way, and it's how am I going to pivot? How am I going to stay strong for everyone around me? How am I going to make sure that the people that are here and want to be here have my full support and attention? And it can be very challenging. And a way that I have managed it is I've really paid attention to it lately, because I can find myself getting to a situation where it's like I'm about to lose my mind and I cannot do that. And then I get to the end of the day and I think about, wow, it all worked out the way it was supposed to. All is well. Everything is fine. We've made it through the storm. Like, it is okay. And that's truly what it is in the moment, is pivoting and adapting and moving things around. And then it all works out. It always works out. And my parents always taught me, when you're going through tough times, you always find a way, no matter what. You can think like, how am I going to pay this bill this month? Or how am I going to make this happen or make this change? And you just always find a way. It always works out. And I've been trying to really embrace that lately and saying, you know what, I'm really stressed about this right now, but am I going to be stressed about this in a week? Probably not, because it's going to be something else, but I made it through that, and I had to get through that to get to this. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you today about adaptability and wanting you to open your mind up to how adaptable you are. There are lots of summer vacations happening right now. And are you the type of person that plans your vacation out to the T and you're going to this place and this place and this place and you're like the adventure person? Like, what do you do in situations where maybe one of those things you have planned doesn't work out? Because I know a few years ago, I was definitely a planner. Like, I'm researching the restaurants wherever we're going. I have the days planned out, and then something doesn't happen the way I had planned it, and I spiral a little bit. That it's just, I have this vision, and then when this vision doesn't work out, I'm like, oh my gosh, cancel the whole freaking vacation. It's all going downhill. Like, I'm one of those people. I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it, but I used to be that way, and now I have to kind of reel it in because, Riley doesn't care that it didn't happen. She's on to the next thing already. Joey, he's like he's a very go with the flow kind of person. He's like, I'm on vacation. I don't care what we do. We're on vacation. So, like, how are you in those situations, and what does that mean for everyone around you? Because I had to take a very hard look in the mirror and say, like, I am making this a miserable experience for everyone around me, and they don't even care. I'm the one that cares. So I think about that in business too. It's like, if something's not working out the way that I had envisioned it working out, or I get upset because we may lose someone, and it's like, I saw such a bright future for them. Why is this not working out? Like, why don't they want to be here? I have to think about it and like really pivot and say, life is short. Let them go be happy. And maybe it just wasn't a right fit, but I can't sit and be super depressed about it or upset. I have to move on and pivot, and just like they are. And so I just wanted to, bring that up and see how you feel about it and what's your thoughts, and, share any tips and tricks that you have, because it's still a daily challenge for me. It's like I'm trying to dig deep into, how it all works out, and I really look at others and how they handle things. So I would love to hear from you on how you handle being adaptable and pivoting in hard situations and tough situations. And right before here, and this is why I'm talking about it, because I was just talking to our service manager, Dale, before I came in here, and we were talking about his kids and we were talking about kids in general and how adaptable they are. Like, how are they so adaptable? They just kind of move on. They're good. They go with the flow. It's like, how can we look at them and mimic that? Because at what point did we lose that? And at what point did life happen to where we weren't as adaptable as we were as children? So I want all of your tips and tricks. I want to hear how you manage it all, because I'm still trying to learn it every day. And I just wanted to step on here for a few minutes this week and give you some updates about, where we're at. So we are not homeless anymore. Riley is thriving in theater and loves every second of it. The Little Mermaid is playing this weekend for the last time, so it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Make sure you get your tickets to it. It's an amazing show. It truly is, and it really showcases the talent that we have in Halifax County. So definitely go support that. And then just let me know how adaptable you are and some ways that you have become more adaptable. And I challenge you to stop worrying about the little things and focus on the big things and making those happen so you achieve your goals. And I will have Joey on next week. I know I talked about that too a few weeks ago, and I got all your questions, and I will make sure that I get them all written down, and we will be on here talking with you and answering all the questions. And if you still have some, send them to me, and I'll be happy to add those to the list. And we will talk to you next week on the Rogers Radio Podcast. I hope you have an amazing week.